Hello, everyone. Here we are, 3 weeks before June 11th. This is the moment when Stellarium says Mercury will cross the horizon at 6:35 in the morning. This here is the coordinates for New Madrid, Missouri. Tried to get as close as possible. But let's go to here. Here in Sidereal, you have 6:45. So there's a 15-minute disparity between the two. I can't explain it. I don't know why, but between 6:30 and 6:45 in the morning, local time, which would be central, I think that the earthquake will happen then. Going back to my previous video, though, I wanted to go into some of the appreciation for the ground, for the area that's going to be affected. Now, my previous video, which I deleted because I saw a lot of language connections, and I jumped too far ahead. When you start seeing all these connections, you will start making these connections ahead of time without any of the buildup, and I didn't give you any of the buildup. So I'm going to work on that now. Here is a satellite image of Lake Lanier. I had explained to you in there that this was the, when they call it Lake Mirror or whatever it was called, because I don't believe what ChatGPT described it. I was just trying to explain the language, and I overlooked the fact that this was not the original Oscarville, the lake anyway, or the original Eshkara. It's the lake that was formed on top of the city. So all of this is from the dam. It is not the lake itself. Even though upside down, it will kind of look like a bird. It does look like an upside down bird, but this is not the lake of the Swan Mirror of Eshkara. Somewhere in here, probably in this larger area here, would be the original city if it was there, as well as Oscarville. So I just wanted to get that. I do stand by my research. I didn't stick the landing of the connections to make it easiest for you, and I didn't explain the swan connections fully. And I didn't explain the swan connections fully. Lake Lanier may be where the Swan Mirror was, but Lake Lanier is not the Swan Mirror. As I kept referencing, the Swan Mirror would have been a part of Eshkara, the submerged city, buried beneath Oscarville, both submerged by water, if Eshkara ever existed. Oscarville did, but Eshkara, which is phonetically the same thing as Oscarville, there's no guarantee that existed. It's just what ChatGPT said in the link that I was given on that channel, 432 The Drop Radio. I went with it only because I saw a lot of connections. It was the way I presented my video, and I was never exposed to that history before. And it's hard to know where to start with some of this stuff. And I didn't know how to start, and I didn't know how to show. Another aspect I neglected to mention is this. North America is alchemically Capricorn on this earth, and it's the only continent on earth with earthen mounds as buildings. Every other continent has stone mounds, pyramids, or such the like, ziggurats, which are straightened mounds. But this one here in North America has earthen mounds. Now I do want to show you this. This here is half of mine and half of what Lavette has explained to us. This area, this landmass, North America, is Capricorn, connected to fixed Earth here, Taurus, Capricorn being cardinal Earth. This is fixed Earth, and this here is mutable Earth. in a I'm just making a straight line, but there's no guarantee it is a straight line. Here, according to her, this is Aquarius, based on her knowledge. And over here is Gemini in India. And up here, I don't have corroboration from her. Wherever the dragon was from, it came down to here and then down to here. So this is a good starting point. This part here is subjecture, but it does make a straight line from Aquarius, from South America to Gemini to the northeast Siberian coast. There is a theory out there that all pyramids in the world, across the world, including here in Easter Island and everywhere where there was a pyramid, there is a theory where every single pyramid complex, as well as place here like Gölbekli Tepe or Haram Tepe, they align to different points where the North Pole is, which would be right here over Greenland. They align to different points along a certain path here. They align to different spots, and he actually tracks based on this where the old poles were. The Earth didn't spin this way through its entire lifetime. It actually spins a different way, where some of this stuff, Aries could have been higher, and everything was off. In fact, I'll show you that image now. This here is Marion Buildreps' work describing the ancient rotation of the Earth. I would say this, I believe this was 340,000 years ago, and it has slowly changed over time. So where we were, like over here, was Libra. So easily things could have gone. The dragon could have gone both ways, in either direction where the dispersal of its knowledge went. India was here. Africa was tilted. Everything was similar, but not exactly the same. So, and the Antarctica, for instance, it wasn't at the exact bottom of the world, but it was, some of it was northern. That's without continental drift, of course. But as you can see, some things here, the ice sheet would have came down much further. Here are the pyramids aligning to the North Pole back then. So a much different world, but one that is possible. His research is sound. And go back. So back to here. So this here, this axis, this Earth axis is here. This air axis is except for Libra, is what Lavette has described, with Pisces being here, with Europe. The rest is my contribution, based on just knowing a little bit of history and being able to assign certain things, but I can't testify to all of it. It's just the starting point. This here is Aries. This here is Libra, both cardinal fire and cardinal air. Going back a bit would be fixed fire. This is the land of Leo. And meanwhile, all the way out here with Hawaii and this complex here, the ring of fire would be the lake of fire, Sagittarius. This is my conjecture, as a starting point. So this straight axis would be fire, and then this vertical axis would be Cancer up here with Scorpio down here, with this little tail as a representation of it. This is just straight conjecture. I can't prove it. I have no resources for it except intuition. So take it or leave it. Now, going back to the presentation for Capricorn, explaining this continent. Pi is the Freemasons' constant, and it is a construct constant, which means it's stationary, straight, and masculine. Meanwhile, Phi is the growth constant. It swirls, curves, twists, and that's feminine. A pyramid could be Phi, Rho, Mi, Delta, but we keep thinking it as Pi, Rho, Mi, Delta. Think of the American continent as the cardinal Earth, the growing Earth, the one that is not stationary. So alchemically, it cannot have Earth that is inanimate, so it can't have pyramids like the rest of the world can. It shows in the history. There are only earthen mounds here. The only thing we have here that are stationary are court buildings, private banks, monuments, cities, and cemeteries. No religious centers of worship. A pyramid on this continent, not central, but on this continent must be flowing from the earth. It must have the pyramid. It must have the Phi Mira, the Phi look, the Phi Midra, the Phi Mithra, the Phi Mithra, Mithra. Growth of the body of water, me, with, since this is the individual, you are with this, it is inside of you, with the and thought are the same thing, the and thought of the fire, which is speech. The growth of the body of water is with the thought of the fire and speech. The equation of life, the equation of growth, is with the Hebrew mem of water, with the theos, the God inside of you, of the soul, the sun. Phi Mithra. This is not in history. This is just a wordplay, a phonetic wordplay that I'm playing. Just like you cannot have a pyramid. This can't have a pyramid. You can't have a pyramid. That would mean you consider yourself dead. The back of the dollar bill. That's what we hold as our exchange. That's why the Freemasons give us the pyramid, not the Phi Mithra inside of us, the Phi Ramid. And that's also why mainstream archaeology keeps associating pyramids to tombs, because it's public notice. And you are the public being notified, being screwed to be straight, rigid, stationary, and masculine in your thinking of free will. You must have your own pyramid as Phi Mithra, the phoenix, the kundalini, curvy and animate, feminine thinking, going with the flow, where Andromeda, the mother of man, the mother in man, the nurturer in man, is waiting for you. But not according to outside influences. Instead, according to your chart. Learn your chart. Have someone you trust explain it to you. Okay, going back to this continent of Capricorn. Now let's go into some of the history.